My new parents expect me to forget everything about myself. I'm 15 and I just got adopted 3 months ago. My foster parents seemed really nice when I met them. They had this big house, said all the right things, told me I could finally have a real family. The first week was fine. They took me shopping for new clothes and decorated a bedroom for me. But then things started getting weird. One morning, I came downstairs wearing my old hoodie, the black one with the band logo that my best friend Maya gave me before I left my last placement. My new mom, Lisa, looked at it and said, "Oh, honey, let's not wear that anymore. We got you such nice new things." I told her I like this hoodie. It was special to me. She just smiled and said, "I know change is hard, but we're starting fresh now. Remember?" That afternoon, the hoodie was gone from my room. I asked where it went, and Lisa said she donated it. She donated my stuff without asking me. I got upset, and she said, "Sweetie, you're part of our family now. We need to leave the past behind." A few days later, I was looking at old photos on my phone during dinner. Pictures of me and Maya at the park, some drawings I did in art class last year, just memories from my life. My new dad, Robert, asked what I was looking at. I showed him, and he goes, "It might be healthier to focus on making new memories here." I said these memories were important to me. He said, "Of course they are, but dwelling on the past isn't good for moving forward." Then he suggested I delete them to make room for new photos. I said no way, and he dropped it. But the next morning, my phone was reset to factory settings. Everything was gone. Robert said it must have been a glitch and he'd take it to get fixed. But I knew he did it on purpose. I confronted him, and he said, "Listen, Sarah, we're giving you a fresh start. Sometimes that means letting go." That's when I noticed he called me Sarah. My name is Sam. I've always gone by Sam. I told him that, and Lisa jumped in saying, "We talked about this, remember? Sarah is such a pretty name. More professional for your future." I never agreed to change my name. They just started calling me Sarah one day and expected me to go along with it. Last week was my birthday. In my last foster home, we always had chocolate cake because that's my favorite. Lisa made vanilla. I politely mentioned I preferred chocolate, and she said, "Oh, we're not big on chocolate in this house. Vanilla is much more classic." It was my birthday. My cake, she didn't even ask what I wanted. That night, I called my social worker, Miss Rodriguez. I told her everything. The clothes, the photos, the name, all of it. She said, "Let me look into this." 2 days later, she showed up at the house for a surprise visit. She sat down with Lisa and Robert and asked them directly why they were trying to erase my identity. Lisa got defensive, saying, "We're not erasing anything. We're just helping her adjust." Miss Rodriguez said, "She's not a blank slate. She's a person with a history and preferences that you need to respect." Robert tried to argue that they were doing what's best for me. Miss Rodriguez shut that down real quick. She said, "What's best is letting her be herself, not molding her into whoever you want her to be." She told them they had 1 week to return anything of mine they got rid of or replace it. They had to call me by my actual name, and they needed to start family therapy to learn how to respect my boundaries. Lisa looked embarrassed. Robert just nodded quietly. After Miss Rodriguez left, they both apologized, said they got carried away trying to make me fit into their idea of family. The next day, Lisa took me to the store and let me pick out new clothes that I actually liked. Robert recovered some of my photos from a cloud backup I didn't even know existed. And at dinner that night, Lisa asked, "So Sam, what's your favorite meal?" "I want to make it this weekend. It's not perfect yet. Sometimes they still slip up and try to push their way of doing things, but at least now they're trying to see me as an actual person instead of some project they can remake." We start therapy next week. Miss Rodriguez says it's going to take time, but she thinks we can work through it. I'm willing to try as long as they let me stay myself.